Hey there, welcome back to SAP with Veena. In this video, let's understand the concept of item category W based contract, which is for a particular material group. So when you say item category W, it's also called as a material group contract. Now, generally, whenever you are entering into a contract on item category W, it'll be for buying similar kind of materials that are a part of that particular material group, but at varied prices. Now, whenever this value contract is created for a particular material group, we will not be able to key in any price in the contract nor the material number. As I said, it is only for a material group. So let's see how this is going to work. So here I'm going to pick a material. I'm going to pick iron 4. So I'll just show you what material group has been picked for this. So it is 999. You can see here that is cables. Okay. Now this material is cables 10 meter. That's the technical specification of this material. And we have an import record for this material and vendor combination. Okay, and the price as of today that's valid is 7.7 USD. Okay, now let me create a value-based contract with item category W. I'm going to pick this particular supplier. So agreement type, we're going to pick WK, which is value contract, and purchasing group, my purchase organization, and the agreement date. Enter. So here we need to specify the validity. So validity start I'm taking from today's date itself, and validity end, let me take it as 31st December 2026. And target value, I would say 5,000 USD. So irrespective of a particular material, what we are emphasizing over here is that we would be buying to the extent of 5,000 USD, since this is a value-based contract. And here we have item category, and I'm going to specify that as W, which is material group. And the moment I enter item category and click enter on the keyboard, it would ask me to enter the short text. So of course I would say like cables. Material group, what I'm using is 999. Now you can see that there's no provision either to enter the price. Of course, quantity anyway, since it's a value-based contract, it wasn't necessary. But since I've picked up item category W, the fields would gray out and we will not be able to enter any data on the quantity nor the price. Now, let me save this contract. Now I have contract 433. I'll try to create a purchase order for this with reference to this contract. Go into document overview. I'll search for my contract. So there are various parameters based on which I can look for my contract. So I would prefer to look at it for my particular material. Since if I'm searching through the vendor, there may be multiple contracts. Oh, sorry, my bad. We need to search without the material number because it's a value-based contract. So purchase org and document type, let me take it as WK. Execute. Okay. So this is my contract, the latest one, which is created. So now with reference to this, I'm trying to create a purchase order. So let me copy this So when I copy in, now I need to tell the system what is my material number, because since the contract is created for a particular material group, system wouldn't know for which material am I trying to create a purchase order for. So I would say IM4, which I've already shown you that this is created with material group 999, which is for cables. Okay, so I'm picking that material, and you can see that the system has picked up the the price from the info record. Okay, so let me specify my order quantity over here. Okay, so now when I scroll towards right, you will have the reference with the contract, because we are referencing the contract for the value. And if you see that the price is getting defaulted from our info record. So as I said, what we need to understand over here is that the value contract, whatever we are creating with material group, here the price would default from the info record, because um, here in the value contract, we are not specifying any price. And here the major objective is that we can negotiate better conditions, and that's how we are entering into a contract with the vendor on a particular material group. Okay, so whenever you are creating a purchase order with reference to a contract which is for a material group, price wouldn't default from the contract, because of course we don't have a price mentioned over there. Now, system is picking the price from the info record itself, and the purchase order will be created with that particular value. Okay, so here what what we need to understand the importance of the value based contract is that it is more about negotiating better conditions with a vendor, and we have total value commitment is what we are emphasizing with the value based contract. Now, here let me complete creation of this. So I'm just going to save this contract. Now 6218 is my PO number. Now I'm going back to my contract here. So when I select the line item, going to the documentation over here, you can see that system says there is a quantity of 100 pieces released, and the PO value that's utilized is 770, the total value of the contract, out of which the purchase order is released to this extent. Okay, so in case if at all you feel that you want to have a reference with the particular quantity and the price, then it's better to go with the other item category, that is item category M, wherein we can have the target quantity and price mentioned. Again, I'll just capture the importance of item category M in a separate video. So this is all about item category W, wherein despite having a contract, we need to understand that there is no scope to enter the price. Of course, logically speaking, when I say item category W, similar kind of materials being bought at different prices. So similar kind of cables in this example being bought at varied prices. And though we are copying this contract to create a purchase order, as you've seen, the price is defaulting from the info record, and that's how it works.